Imagine walking into a store that used to be the coolest place on earth and realizing it has no idea it's already a ghost. That's RadioShack, and this is its haunting. Once upon a time, before you could order a Bluetooth speaker from your couch at 2 a.m., there was a place. A magical, slightly overwhelming place where the air smelled like solder and possibility. RadioShack wasn't just a store, it was a destination. A cathedral for tinkerers, hobbyists, and every dad who absolutely definitely knew what a capacitor was. At its peak, RadioShack operated over 7,000 locations across the United States. 7,000. That's more stores than most countries have coherent thoughts. From the 1970s straight through the early 90s, RadioShack was the go-to empire for transistors, ham radios, CB equipment, and early personal computers. They sold the TRS-80, one of the first mass-market home computers, before most people even knew they wanted a computer. They were ahead of the curve, visionary even. And then, slowly, tragically, they forgot how to see. Here's where the ghost story really begins, because the scariest part isn't the death. It's the moment the giant stopped evolving while the world kept spinning. The 1990s arrived like a freight train, and RadioShack had a choice. The PC revolution was exploding. Microsoft was printing money. Gateway was shipping computers in cow-print boxes. And RadioShack, the company that literally sold one of America's first home computers, decided to pivot to selling phones. Not build on their tech legacy. Phones. They became a glorified kiosk with better square footage. The components that made them legendary got quietly pushed to the back of the store like an embarrassing relative at a family photo. But wait, it gets worse. Because just when you think they've hit rock bottom, they find a basement. The 2000s brought the internet, MP3 players, and a little company called Apple that was about to redefine what a gadget store even looked like. The Apple Store opened in 2001. Sleek, minimal, staffed by people in matching t-shirts who actually understood what they were selling. RadioShack responded by continuing to exist awkwardly. Their stores were cluttered, their staff was undertrained, and their product mix made absolutely no sense. You could buy a drone battery next to a prepaid flip phone next to a bag of AA batteries. It was a yard sale pretending to be a tech retailer. And speaking of things that should have been a warning sign, let's talk about the rebranding era, which is corporate history's most spectacular act of denial. In 2009, RadioShack officially tried to rebrand as just The Shack. The Shack, as if dropping the radio would make them feel younger and cooler. It did not. Customers were confused. Critics were merciless. It lasted about as long as you'd expect a nickname chosen by a committee to last. They quietly walked it back and pretended it never happened. Like a bad haircut you hope nobody photographed. Spoiler, everybody photographed it. Meanwhile, Amazon was eating retail alive. Best Buy was struggling to survive, and RadioShack was opening stores. Still opening stores. In 2012, they had nearly 5,000 locations. That same year, they lost over $100 million. The math was not mathing. The first bankruptcy came in 2015, then the second in 2017. By this point, RadioShack had become something genuinely eerie. A company that kept reappearing, zombie-like, in strip malls across America. A hedge fund bought the name. Then a small wireless retailer called General Wireless tried to resurrect it. Stores reopened. The logo returned, and nobody really came. What makes RadioShack's story so haunting isn't just that they failed. Plenty of companies fail. It's that they had every advantage: brand recognition, an established customer base, a head start in technology, and they fumbled every single moment that mattered. PCs? Missed it. The internet boom? Missed it. MP3 players? Missed it. Smartphones? Missed it. They were a ghost haunting their own opportunity, rattling chains in a house nobody wanted to visit anymore. Today, RadioShack exists mostly as a website, a memory, and a cautionary tale taught in business schools worldwide. The lesson isn't that tech changes, it's that the companies who refuse to change with it don't get a slow death. They get an eerie, prolonged haunting. So next time you walk past a shuttered storefront in a strip mall, moment of silence. There's a good chance RadioShack was there once, selling you something you didn't need, in a store that didn't know it was already gone. If this corporate ghost story gave you chills, hit subscribe, because we've got a whole graveyard of retail giants left to dig up.